Nelson Arcalis for the Eagles takes the ball to the 25-yard line. The Eagles ball, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 Eagles from their own 25-yard line. A little quick bobble on the kickoff there, but he was able to recover and get about 23 yards out of the run.
Carried by number 34, Nelson Arcalis, for a loss on the play.
Loss of 3 on the play.
Bring up a 2nd and 13 for Englewood.
2nd and 13 for Englewood. Looks like the runner cramped at the end of that play. He's sitting this one out.
The 36, Devontae Mills, takes the ball into the center of the line. Then stop for no gain. It'll be 3rd and 13 for the Eagles.
The Eagles running back was stopped by a host of Steel City Rage defensive linemen. No gain on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 13 from the Englewood Eagles' own 22-yard line.
This pass is newly intercepted. It's now 4th and long for the Eagles.
So that pass is incomplete, almost intercepted by the Rage defensive back. It's going to be 4th and 13, and the Eagles are going to be forced to punt here. Not a good first drive if you're the Englewood Eagles.
Devontae Johnson back for the Rage. Rage's Devontae Johnson takes the ball past midfield. The Steel City's ball at the 44, 1st and 10.
Nice return by the Rage there, getting into the Englewood Eagles part of the field. Down to the Englewood Eagles 44-yard line. They'll start their drive 1st and 10.
This pass is incomplete.
That deep pass down the right-hand side of the field is incomplete. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Steel City Rage.
It was intended for number 5, Darcelon Smith. Will bring up a 2nd and 10. Quincy Kindred is upended behind the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up a 3rd and 13 for the Rays.
A very similar situation to what the Englewood Eagles were just dealing with. The Steel City Rage, a 3-yard loss, bringing up 3rd and 13. From the Englewood Eagles' 47-yard line.
Wayne Richard is tackled, fumbles the ball. It is Eagles ball, 1st and 10 at midfield.
Well, after that fumble by the Steel City Rage, Englewood Eagles get the ball back at their own 50-yard line.
Flag on the play. We have a dead ball, illegal substitution against Englewood. 5-yard penalty. It'll make it a 1st and 15 from the 45.
Well, that penalty will back up the Englewood Eagles 5 yards. See what they can do on 1st and 15.
The ball is caught by number 9, Justin Jones. Good for a Eagle 1st down at the 29-yard line.
Great pass and catch there by the Englewood Eagles. That's good for at least 30 yards and brings them up to the 30-yard line. I guess that would be 20 yards. Great sideline snag, got both feet in bounds. Good for a catch.
The 36, Devontae Mills, is stopped after a short gain. Bring up a 2nd and 8 from the 27-yard line.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 8 from the 27-yard line for the Englewood Eagles. 2-yard gain on that play.
Ball is caught by number 9, Justin Jones. Takes the ball near the 20-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd and 3 from the 22.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and 3 from the 22-yard line after the snag by Justin Jones of the Englewood Eagles. A couple yards outside of the red zone. Definitely within field goal range. So it'll be interesting to see what they do if they encounter a 4th and short.
The 36, Devontae Mills, is stopped for a loss. placed at the 28-yard line. It'll be a 4th and long for the Eagles.
Well, best possible scenario for the Steel City Rage, other than a turnover there. They backed the Englewood Eagles up enough to possibly knock them out of field goal range, and certainly a few extra yards away from the red zone. It's going to be 4th and 8 from the 26. Another fantastic snag by the Englewood Eagles on the same sideline as before. Good for the first down on that 4th down conversion. They're going to keep their drive alive, and they're inside the red zone.
Nelson Artiles good for a Eagles 1st and 10. Jones pass intended for number 34, Nelson Artiles, is incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 17-yard line. Marlon Johnson is stopped for a loss. Will be placed at the 17-yard line. Will be a 3rd and 11 for Englewood.
Englewood Eagles facing a 3rd down now.
Jones' pass intended for number 34, Nelson Artiles, is incomplete. It'll bring up a 4th and long for the Eagles.
4th and long for the Englewood Eagles now. At their own 18. See what they can do with it.
The 99, Tyler Dooland, will be lining up for the field goal. Flag on the play. Got a dead ball offsides against the Rage.
So a dead ball foul against the Steel City Rage, offsides. That's going to move it up 5 yards and make this field goal attempt a little bit easier for the Englewood Eagles.
For the Eagles.
They'll now be attempting this field goal from their own, the Steel City Rage 12-yard line.
Placed at the 19-yard line. This will be a 29-yard attempt. Flag on the play.
after that offsides, that's going to put them real close to a first down. They may consider going for it at this point, if that is in fact the call.
Another offside against the Rays. Another 5-yard penalty, and will make it a 4th and short from inside the 10-yard line.
It is an offsides against the Steel City Rage. Let's see what the Englewood Eagles decide to do. Looks like they're still going to go for the field goal attempt.
The 24-yard field goal is good. With 5:14 left in the first quarter. The Englewood Eagles 3, the Eagles 3. Steel City Rage.
Field goal's good. That's going to make.
Again, we'd like to thank many of our large sponsors.
It's going to make the game 7-0.
Tire, American Family Insurance, the Julie Nelson Agency, Workstone Traffic
Excuse me,
Control,
3-0.
and the Ultimate Performance.
We're going to send it to commercial break. We'll be right back with more CFC action here in a moment. We're back. Kickoff looming by the Englewood Eagles.
21 Terrell Strickland and number 13 Daniel Wise back for the Rage. Kicking off for the Eagles is number 99 Tyler Dean. Number 21 Terrell Strickland takes the ball inside the 50-yard line to the Eagles 40. It'll be Rage football, 1st and 10.
Nice return by the Steel City Rage. Started off on the left-hand side of the field and bounced all the way back to the right-hand side, juking the same guy twice. He gets out to the Englewood Eagles 40-yard line, where they'll start their second drive of the game with 4:55 left in the first quarter.
Steve Sankey takes the ball for a very short gain inside the 40. The Rage is football, 2nd and 9.
It's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Steel City Rage after a 1-yard gain by number 16.
The 7 Quincy Kidrick takes the ball inside the 30, good for a Rage first down.
That run by the Steel City Rage was good for a first down and got them down to the Englewood Eagles 27-yard line. First down.
Richard's pass intended for number
That pass was incomplete.
So number 81, Isaac Davidson, is incomplete. It'll bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Rays.
Hit him right in the hands, too.
Kipling takes the ball inside the 25. That'll bring up a 4th and 6 for Steel City.
Nice snag there by the the Steel City Rage wide receiver. Almost good for a first down. Let's see if they give it to him.
First down.
And they do. First down, Steel City Rage on that pass and catch. They're now in the red zone with a first down from the Englewood Eagles 17-yard line.
Willie Richards takes the ball near the 15-yard line. It's good for a Rage 1st and 10.
Okay, looks like they didn't actually give them the first down then, and they did the quarterback keeper to get it. So now they have it from the Englewood Eagles 16-yard line. It's now 1st and 10. See if they can get the ball in the end zone.
Devontae Johnson takes the ball inside the 10-yard line. The 6 will make it 2nd and 4 for the Rays.
It's going to be 2nd and 4 for the Steel City Rage after that left side run. Almost got a touchdown, but stepped out of bounds. They're going to have another shot at it right here.
Ball is complete, number 5, Darslon Smith, but it's out of bounds. That'll bring up a 3rd and short for the Rage.
Well, the Rage certainly thought that was a touchdown, and the receiver was pointing to the turf saying he had his toes down and there was a mark, but the refs didn't agree. It's going to be 3rd down and goal from the Englewood Eagles 7-yard line.
Fumble on the play. Ball was recovered by Englewood. The 1st and 10 from the 17.
Tough break for the Steel City Rage there. In the red zone in scoring position. And they fumble the right side pitch. It's going to give the Englewood Eagles the ball back at their own 17-yard line. 1st and 10, Englewood Eagles. With 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Score is still 3-0. Englewood Eagles still leading.
36, Devontae Mills, stopped behind line of scrimmage, but a flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
Legal procedure penalty against the Eagles.
Illegal procedure against the Eagles. That's going to back them up 5 yards, putting them in dangerous position, awfully close to their own end zone.
Penalty is declined. It'll be a 2nd and 10. Excuse me. Penalty is marched off. It'll be a 1st and 15 for the Eagles.
It's now 1st and 15 for the Englewood Eagles from their own 12.
Is intended for number 21, Durand Richardson, is incomplete. Bring up a 2nd and 15 for the Eagles.
Deep ball down the Englewood Eagles sideline is incomplete. It's going to be 2nd and 15 for the Englewood Eagles with literally 1 second left in the first quarter. So they're going to snap the ball. The clock's going to go to 0, and they'll have one last play before we wrap it up and head to a commercial break.
This pass is complete to number 9, Dustin Jones.
That's the end of the first quarter. Englewood Eagles are up 3. We're going to send it to commercial break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
For the Eagles.
We're back. Second quarter action starting right now.
Ball is intercepted by number 13, Daniel Rise. It'll be Rage football, 1st and 10.
Well, the Steel City Rage finally get a break when their defense comes through with a huge pick. exactly what they needed to get themselves back in the ball game. It's going to give them the ball at the Englewood Eagles 41-yard line. 1st and 10, Steel City Rage. Not a good start to the second quarter for the Englewood Eagles.
This pass is complete to number 85, Charles Jones. Good for a Rage 1st and 10.
1st and 10 for the Rage after that pass and catch, and a lot of effort by that receiver to get the extra yardage. Had to have gotten 6 or 7 yards after the catch on that one, getting his team the first down. They're going to have a 1st and 10 from the Englewood Eagles, 27.5-yard line.
Complete to number 81, Isaac Davidson. Good for another Rage 1st down.
Isaac Davidson, good for that grab. Another 1st down for the Steel City Rage, and they look fired up out there. Officially in the red zone at the Englewood Eagles 15-yard line. They're going to have a 1st and 10. Last time they were in the red zone, they had a turnover, a fumble on a right side pitch play that was recovered by the Englewood Eagles.
Given number 7, Quincy Kindred. He stopped for a short loss on the play. Bring up a 2nd and 12 from the 16.
Going to be 2nd and 12 from the 16 after that delayed handoff was stopped for a loss. The Eagles were able to sniff that out right from the beginning. So it's going to be 2nd and long for the Steel City Rage.
Flag on the play. The false start against the Rage. 5-yard penalty will make it a 2nd and 16, excuse me, a 2nd and 18 for the Rage.
Well, and that's going to back up the Steel City Rage. False start on the number 75 of the offensive line. So that's going to bring down 2nd and way long.
Caught the number 21, Terrell Strickland. Taken inside the 20, but it will be a 3rd and long for Steel City. Flag on the play. A personal foul against the Rage.
After the play, number 21 spiked the ball And it cost his team as he gets a
If he
personal
stays
foul.
at the 33-yard line, it'll make it a 3rd and extra long for the Rage.
Boy, and that backs him up severely. They're going to have a 3rd and super, super, super long. As they're going to take this next play from the Englewood Eagles' 33-yard line. And they've got to get down to the Englewood Eagles' 5-yard line for a first down.
We have a timeout, Steel City.
So we got a timeout by the Steel City Rage, and we're going to take a timeout with them. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. This is Steve Weed Media, Colorado Football Conference Football, powered by Steve Weed Productions.
Extreme Auto Body for their team.
We're back after the timeout by the Rage.
And this is pass intended for number 21, Terrell Strickland, is incomplete in the end zone. They bring up a 4th and 28 from the 33.
4th and 28 from the 33 for the Steel City Rage. He had his man beat, the same running back that got the personal foul for spiking the ball the previous play. He had his man beat by a few yards. The pass was just overthrown, so it's now 4th down and 28. And it looks like they're going to go for it, trusting in their defense if they are not able to get the conversion.
We have another timeout for Steel City.
And Steel City takes the last-second timeout before they get the delay of game. We'll take another one with them. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Major suppliers or sponsors, including
We're back after the timeout. It's 4th and 28. Let's see what happens.
intended for number 13, Daniel Wise, is incomplete. It'll be a turnover on downs, 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
Well, the Rage went for it. Wasn't able to convert their 4th and 28. So they turn over the ball on downs. Englewood Eagles going to get fairly decent field position, starting at their own 33-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for them with 11:10 left in the second quarter.
We also want to thank our friends at the Stunts Academy of Cheer Dance and Temple. If you have any dancing needs, contact Bonnie Tidy at Stunts Academy. Complete to number 21, Rand Richardson. It's a 60-yard pass play, touchdown, Englewood.
Wow, a 61-yard pass play by the Englewood Eagles. That was huge. He dropped that in there perfectly. Over the shoulder grab, that was absolutely beautiful. Bringing the score to 9-0. Englewood Eagles going to be coming out for their field goal attempt, PAT attempt, excuse me.
For the Eagles.
See if they can get it in.
This is up, and it is no good. So, with 11 minutes to go in the second quarter,
PAT is no good.
Steel City 0.
We're going to send it to commercial break real quick. Stay tuned. Second quarter action coming right back at you. CFC football action produced by Steve Weed Media, powered by Steve Weed Productions.
From Roadside.
We're back.
And the Wise back for the Rage to receive the kickoff.
Kickoff by the Englewood Eagles after their touchdown.
The 13, Daniel Wise takes it all the way back for a Rage touchdown.
That is exactly what the Steel City Rage needed after going down 10 points early. Oh, and look, there's dirty laundry on the field. Let's see what the flag is. This one might be coming back. Oh, they're signaling touchdown on the Rage side, so they're pretty confident. Let's see what the ref says.
We have a personal foul against the Eagles. Personal foul against the Rage. The play occurred after the touchdown.
So the touchdown stands, offsetting personal foul penalties.
Touchdown, the Rage.
That gets the Rage on the board, bringing it within 3. With the PAT, could be within 2. That score not only got them on the board, but fired up the sideline, as that Rage sideline is pumped up. We now have a ball game, folks.
The 23 straight Castro to attempt the point after.
PAT attempt coming from the Steel City Rage.
Point after is blocked, no good, with 10:41 left in the second quarter. Englewood 9, Steel City 6.
PAT no good. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. We are back. 10:41 in the second quarter, and we have a 3-point ball game here. Steel City Rage just ran back their kickoff, missed the PAT, and are ready to kick off to the Englewood Eagles.
The 23 Charles Jackson takes the ball over the 50-yard line. Ball will be placed at the 44, Eagle football, 1st and 10.
1st and 10, Englewood Eagles after a great return. They get the ball out to the Steel City Rage 44-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10 with 10:25 left in the second quarter. This has been a competitive ball game right from the start. Englewood Eagles jumping out early with 2 scores, but the Steel City Rage answered quickly, and now it's a 3-point spread.
Timeout on the field. Englewood calls a timeout with 10:25 to go in the first half. And a shout out to Ultimate Performance for the best training.
Steel City Rage used their last timeout.
Call
So we're going to take one with them. Stay tuned. This is CFC Football, produced by Steve Weed Media, powered by Steve Weed Productions. We're back. Second quarter action, Englewood Eagles versus the Steel City Rage after that last timeout by the Rage.
intended for number 9. Justin Jones is incomplete. It'll bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 44.
Diving attempt by number 9 of the Englewood Eagles there. Wasn't able to haul the ball in. Looked good when he passed it. They've been doing a lot of sideline out plays, and it seems to be working, with 2 of their big completions being sideline out passes. And then with that one 61-yard bomb down the right-hand side. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
It's pass complete to number 21, Duran Richardson.
Duran Richardson hauls it in for the Englewood Eagles for a first down. Semi-broken play.
Good for an Eagle.
And it looks like we have an injured Steel City Rage player. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We hope he's all right. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. We are back after that injury timeout. Number 20 was shooken up a little bit from the Steel City Rage, able to walk off under his own power. Always happy to see that. These semi-pro football players always got to work the next day. It's one of the great things about semi-pro football is that these guys do it for the love of the game and nothing else.
Carried by number 34, Nelson Arcalis. Inside the 30-yard line, it'll be a 2nd and 5 for the Eagles.
2nd and 5 coming up for the Englewood Eagles after that short run. Going to be having that 2nd and 5 from the Steel City Rage 28-yard line. Let's see what they can do with it.
Incomplete. Intended for number 21, Duran Richardson.
Well, it worked once. The Englewood Eagles figured they'd try it again, going to the same guy in the same route, and the same play as they scored the touchdown on with that 61-yard bomb. This one was incomplete, but he had a good look. So it's now going to be 3rd and 5 from the Steel City
5 from the
28-yard line.
The 36, Devontae Mills takes the ball inside the 20 down to the 16-yard line. It's good for an Eagle, 1st and 10.
Devontae Mills of the Englewood Eagles with a very nice run. Reminiscent of Jerome Bettis a little bit. And he gets the Englewood Eagles into the red zone with a 1st and 10 coming up from the Rage 16-yard line. If they score here, this could be huge in keeping their lead over the Rage.
Devontae Mills stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of 1, second down and 11.
Devontae Mills trying to do a draw play on that one. Stuffed for a loss of 1, bringing up 2nd and 11. Still in scoring position in the red zone here. Eagles desperately looking to get a touchdown to maintain their lead over the Rage.
This pass intended as number 28, Rand Richards, is incomplete. To bring up a 3rd and long for Englewood.
3rd and 11 coming up for Englewood after what would have been a phenomenal grab if he was able to haul it in. But it was a fingertip snag on the sideline. They keep going to that right-hand sideline. Seems to be working, so, you know, might as well keep doing it, but unable to complete on that attempt. 5:43 remaining in the second quarter. Eagles still have a 3-point lead, looking to extend it.
Nelson Arquelos is stopped for a short gain. Ball is placed inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a 4th and 8 for the Eagles.
A lot of effort shown on that run. They stuffed him at about the line of scrimmage, but he was able to push forward for a couple yards. Gain of 3. It's going to be 4th and 8. And it looks like they're going to go for a field goal attempt.
Newland lines up for the 31-yard field goal for the Eagles.
31-yard field goal attempt for the Eagles.
Newland's kick is up, and it is good. With 4:34 left in the first half, Englewood 12, Steel City 6.
The kick is up, and it's good. So that's going to extend the lead of Englewood by 3.
I'd like to thank our sponsors, including John Bolt.
We're going to be taking a quick break here. Stay tuned. This game is real good. This is CFC football, produced by Steve Wood Media, powered by Steve Wood Productions.
For 81, Isaac Davidson takes the ball up near the 40-yard line. It'll be Rage football, 1st and 10. Rushing out of number 5, Darcelon Smith. Rage football once again, 1st and 10 at the 40.
Flag
on
coming
the
in
play.
late. Holding on the offense. That's going to back them up 10 yards after a short gainer.
A holding call against the Rage.
Lights coming on here at Pueblo West High School. 6-point game between the Englewood Eagles and the Steel City Rage. This is going to be a good one going into the stretch and definitely going into the second half. 4:11 left in this quarter.
Wicked takes the ball near midfield. Flag on the play. Offside against the Eagles. The penalty is declined. The result of the play is a Rage 1st and 10.
Well, you just saw it. Offsides on the Eagles declined after a nice gain. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line for the Steel City Rage. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in this quarter. They're looking to get a score in before the half.
Caught by number 84, Isaiah Ayala. Ball is near the 40-yard line. A 9-yard gain, 2nd and 1 for the Rage.
Isaiah Ayala hauling it in for 9 yards. That's going to make it 2nd and 1. With a nice pass and catch there.
Complete to number 81, Isaac Davidson.
And just like that, we have a tie ball game. Well, the beautiful pass and catch. Another over-the-shoulder grab for a touchdown in this game. The Steel City Rage tie it up, and they're looking to take the lead with this PAT attempt. A complete change of events for the first quarter of this game, where the Englewood Eagles had the lead off 2 scores.
Flag on the play.
Flag in the play.
It's an offside against the Eagles. Half the distance to the goal.
Offside on the Eagles. That'll get them a yard closer to the uprights. So we're going to retry this PAT attempt and see if the Rage can kick it through and take the lead.
Another flag on the play.
Another flag. Let's see what this one's for.
The legal procedure penalty against the Rage. 5-yard penalty. To move the ball 5 yards further away for the point after.
So they back it up 5, a net of 4 yards after the first penalty. So we're going to try this a 3rd time and see if we can get it in. He's up.
He's up, and it is good.
And it's good.
With 2:54 left in the first half, Steel City Rage 13, the Englewood Eagles 12.
That's going to make your score 13-12. Steel City Rage getting the lead for the first time in this game. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
The kick is recovered by the Eagles at the 30-yard line.
We got flags on the play after that line drive
Flag on
squib
the
kick.
play.
And let's see what the call is.
Offside against the Rage on the kickoff. They'll add 5 yards from the spot of the recovery. It'll be Eagles ball, 1st and 10 from the 35.
So a 5-yard penalty for offsides on the kicking team, which is the Steel City Rage. And that's going to give the Eagles 5 yards at the end of where the ball was picked up. And that's going to give them 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. 2:48 remaining in the second quarter. If you're just joining us, the Steel City Rage was losing the entire game and just took the lead with a beautiful pass to the end zone. And the PAT gave them the go-ahead.
Devontae Mills is stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 for the Eagles.
That run was blown dead at the line of scrimmage, no gain. As I'm self-describing the bus here, was stopped for no gain and remains on the field for the 2nd down for the Englewood Eagles.
Is intercepted by number 20, Brian Brown. Takes the ball to the 25-yard line, but a flag on the play.
Interception by the Rage, ran back to about the 30, but there's flags all over the place. We're going to get the call here from the white hat.
Yeah, holding against Steel City.
Holding against Steel City, so that's going to back them up 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Let's see where they say that was. Flags are around the 39-yard line of the Eagles.
Another flag.
Oh, and more flags are coming out. And it looks like that's going to be a personal foul for jawing at the ref.
Holding against the Rage. We have an unsportsmanlike call against the Rage as well.
So that's going to back him up an additional 15 yards. So they still get the turnover, but they're taking off a bunch of yardage. Let's see how far back they go.
It'll be the Eagles football, 1st and 10 from the 35.
So that just gives the Englewood Eagles about 30 yards of penalties against the Rage and backs them up to their own 35-yard line.
It's complete to number 85, Charles Jones. Gets the ball near the 50-yard line. It's good for a Rage first down.
Rage first down on that play.
The kicker takes the ball all the way to the finger, all the way to the end zone. Good for a Rage touchdown.
A short pass turns into a touchdown for the Steel City Rage after a nice run after the catch. And that's going to extend their lead to 19 with an oncoming PAT attempt.
51-yard pass and completion for the Rage on that play. The Castro kick is up and good, but a flag on the play.
Kick is good. We're going to see what this penalty is.
We have an offside against the Eagles, and they've declined the point after it was good, with 1:02 left in the first half. Rage 20, Eagles 12.
So the PAT is good. Penalty is declined. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Like
With 1:02 remaining in the half, Steel City Rage are about to kick off to the Englewood Eagles. They'll get one last shot to try to get some points on the board before halftime. 43 with a great snag, giving them awesome field position. Best case scenario for the Eagles here, minus, running the kick back. So they're going to start at their own 45 with 1 minute left in the game, or excuse me, in the half.
Nick Paradiso sacks the quarterback for a loss. Timeout.
We're having a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back.
Nate Lynch takes the ball near the 35. Bring up a 3rd and long for the Eagles.
Third and long for the Eagles. 12 seconds left.
This pass intended for number 21, the Van Richardson, is incomplete. Defended by Terrell Strickland. Bring up a 4th and long for the Eagles.
4th and long for the Eagles, so they're going to have to punt, run the clock out, something. There's 2 seconds left. Interesting position to be in. Looks like they're just going to kneel it here. And that's the end of the half.
End of the first half of the score, the Rage 20, the Eagles 12.
So we're on a short break here. Stick around, second half action is coming at you. This is CFC Football, produced by Steve Weed Media, powered by Steve Weed Productions. We are back. Third quarter action. Produced by Steve Weed Media, powered by Steve Weed Productions. The Rage is up 20 to 12. In an interesting first half. Lots of action.
Eagles to start the second half.
Englewood Eagles got out to an early lead, but soon watched it evaporate as the Steel City Rage gained some momentum, returning a kick and getting another couple other touchdowns to bring the score to 20 to 12. For all those watching in cyberspace and online, we appreciate you supporting a local business and supporting Colorado Football Conference football.
Ron Smith takes the ball inside the 45-yard line. It'll be Rage football, 1st and 10.
Nice run back by number 5 of the Steel City Rage. Even dapping the ref. We had a flag.
Offside on the kicking team.
Offsides on the kicking team. That's going to add a few yards at the end of that run. So what was already great field position is going to be even better field position for the Rage, as they're going to start their drive from the Eagles' 42.
Penalty is declined to be the Rage football, 1st and 10 at the 42. When Richards recovers his own fumble, he tackled at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10. Steel City.
Well, that Rage first play was obviously a broken play. The ball got snapped and the quarterback was not even ready. He was able to recover it and actually get back to the line of scrimmage, so no loss of yards on that. So it's going to be 2nd and 10.
The big number 81, Isaac Davidson, he takes the ball inside the 30, good for a Rage 1st and 10.
Nice pass and catch by the Rage there. Getting the ball down to the Eagles. 27. 1st and 10. Almost in the red zone for the 4th time today. Actually the 5th time. Their first possession, they had a fumble on a pitch play that was around the 5-yard line.
Flag on the play.
Well, that was an obvious one. It was going to be an easy call here.
A dead ball offsides against the Eagles. A 5-yard penalty, 1st and 5, Steel City. Number 16, Steve Sankey, he takes the ball inside the 10-yard line. The Rage football, 1st and goal.
Rage are now 1st and goal after that nice run. Getting the ball down to the 9.5-yard line. This is eerily reminiscent of what they had earlier when they got down to the red zone and lost the pitch play fumble. We'll see what they do with it here.
Englewood takes the ball 9 yards for a Rage touchdown.
What a run, what a spin move. And what looked like another disaster pitch play to the right side. They came back and went with the same play that they screwed up earlier and scored on it. Capitalized, and one hell of a spin move there by number 7. Getting into the end zone, extending the lead to 26, hopefully making it 27 after the PAT attempt.
Castro back for the point after. Flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be an offsides. Let's get the official call from the White Hat.
The snap offsides against the Eagles. Ball is placed halfway to the goal for a retry.
Half the distance to the goal, so that's going to bump them up a yard on a botched snap. So a lucky offsides there for the Rage. As that ball could have easily been recovered and returned for points by the Eagles.
The 2-point attempt. Pass was caught by number 10, Dean Cyclone. Good for 2 points. With 12:45 to go in the third quarter. Rage 28, the Eagles 12.
So a little bit of trickery there by the Rage as they fake the point after and get the 2-point conversion, bringing the lead to 16. 28-12, third quarter. We'll be right back. This is CFC Football, produced by Steve Weed Media, powered by Steve Weed Productions.
Number 23, Charles Jackson takes the ball up over the 30-yard line. The Eagle ball first and 10 at the 35.
Decent run back for the Eagles. Getting the ball to the 35-yard line. They'll start the drive at their own 35-yard line, first and 10. I would just like to thank all of our viewers, far and wide. We have consistently been getting viewers from numerous countries, as well as numerous states within the United States. So we thank everyone that tunes in to our broadcast each and every week here at Steve Weed Media.
Ball is number 36, Devontae Mills. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and 10.
So the Englewood Eagles had a quarterback change at the end of the second half. Not sure if that is injury related, personnel related, but it's obviously affecting the offense. With the team that came out swinging, they need to regain their composure and get that steam rolling again. Second and 10.
He thinks his pass is caught.
Great
Number
sideline
9,
snag
Justin Jones.
by number 9 for
Good
the
for
Englewood
Eagles
Eagles. That's
first
good for a
down.
first down. Another sideline pass, which seems to be their go-to pass play. They've had a bit of success as they move the chains with a first down from their own 48.
Mills takes the ball to the 45. Flag on the play.
The bus rumbling and tumbling over midfield. Flag on the play.
They have a face mask against the Rage.
Face mask against the Rage. That's going to give the Englewood Eagles some yards they desperately would like to have, even though they're moving the ball.
But a personal foul against the Rage face mask penalty, 15 yards. Ball will be spotted at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, Englewood.
That's an automatic first down. And they now have the ball at the 30-yard line of the Rage. And they're creeping closer to that red zone.
Mills takes it for a short gain inside the 30. He placed at the 27-yard line, 2nd and 7 for the Eagles. Ball is caught by number 21, Duran Richardson. Takes the ball near the 20-yard line. It'll be a 3rd and short for the Eagles.
3rd and short coming for the Eagles after that pass play. Nice snag by number 21. Went out of bounds on the right-hand side. Just on the fringe of red zone. They're at the almost the 20-yard line. This is a big 3rd down for the Eagles.
Devontae Mills is stopped just short of the 20.
Devontae Mills stopped just short.
It's a 4th and 1 for the Eagles.
And this is going to be a 4th and 1 right here. Not sure if they're going to go for it. Looks like they might. We got an officials timeout here. Not really sure what's going on. We're going to keep it here for you folks, as we have the officials discussing something. See if we get an explanation. Nope, just that it's 4th down. So that's what we're going to run with. It's 4th down. 4th and 2. Yeah, 4th and a long one, I guess. And it looks like they're going for it.
Devontae Mills takes it near the 1st down.
Boy, and the refs give it to him. That was close. That was real close. Regardless, The refs saw it the way they saw it, and they give them the first down.
Inside the 20.
Officially in the red zone now. The Eagles 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. That was a huge 4th down conversion. A touchdown here would keep them right in the ballgame.
This pass is short and incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Pass to number 9 was incomplete. Hit the turf before he even had a chance to hit him in the hands. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Eagles from the Rage 20. Desperately looking to get in the end zone to keep this game from getting from out of reach.
Number 36, Devontae Mills is stopped behind line of scrimmage.
Devontae Mills tried desperately to get through the Rage defensive line that busted through the O-line of the Eagles. He wasn't able to and lost a yard on that run, making it 3rd and 11. With 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, trailing by 16.
Is sacked on the play short of line of scrimmage. That'll bring up a 4th and 11 for the Eagles.
4th and 11 coming up for the Eagles after that broken pass play. QB tried to scramble and tried to make something happen, but was unable to get the first down. So it looks like they're going to go for a field goal attempt.
Number 99, Tyler Doolin is back to attempt the field goal. This will be an attempt of 38 yards. Timeout, Englewood.
Englewood timeout. We're going to take one with them. We'll be right back. This is CFC Football, produced by Steve Weed Media, powered by Steve Weed Productions.
Flag on the play. An offsides against the Rage. The 5-yard penalty will bring the ball 5 yards closer
Offsides by the Rage.
At the 23-yard line, this will be a 33-yard attempt.
Here's the next attempt.
The attempt is negated. It's no good. It'll be Rage football, 1st and 10 from the 25.
Looks like we've got an injured Eagle. Appears to be number 9, the holder of that kick. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. We're back with CFC action, live from Pueblo, as the Rage takes over from their own 27-yard line.
Flag on the play.
A lot of offsides and false starts here today.
Legal procedure penalty against the Rage. 5-yard penalty will make it 1st and 15 from the 23-yard line.
This is going to be 1st and 15 from the 23-yard line for the Rage to start this drive. Pass isn't complete.
For number 80,
Hit the receiver right in the hands, and he wasn't able to make the grab. So not a good feeling there, I'm sure, for number 80. He'll have to redeem himself later on. Nonetheless, it's going to be 2nd and long. After the 5-yard penalty, it backs him up.
The attempt to number 80, Chavez, is incomplete. 3rd and 15, Rage.
Went back to number 80 on the very next play. Pass was out of range. Not quite his fault on that one. So it's going to be 3rd and long. 3rd and 15 to be exact. With 5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter, trying to preserve this 16-point lead. And that would have been a touchdown if that had been just a tad shorter. He had the defender burnt.
Number 85, Charles Jones, is incomplete. It'll bring up a 4th and 15 for the Rage.
So 4th and 15 for the Rage. That pass was just out of the grasp of their receiver. So the Eagles get a desperately needed stop. And the Rage are going to punt. Oh, it looks like they're going to go for it.
Jimenez back to punt for the Rage.
strange punt formation. That was real close to being touched by the Englewood Eagles player, which would have made it a fumble and a live ball. He barely skipped over it. So the Eagles will retain possession and start their drive from their own 29-yard line.
And a shout out to one of our sponsors, including the Stunt, Cheer Dance, and Tumble Academy. And for your tumble, dancing, and cheer needs, contact Bonnie Tidy at 406-3465. The 35-6, Devontae Mills is stopped after a short gain to the 32-yard line. The 2nd and 7 for the Eagles.
Short gain on the play. You're going to make that 2nd and 7 for the Eagles. The clock is going to become their worst enemy here. They need to get a score, and they need to get it quick. They do have an entire 4th quarter. The sooner they can get one more score in, I'm sure the better they'll feel.
Before Nelson Arcanas takes the ball to the 36-yard line.
Gain a few yards there by number 34 on the Eagles.
3rd and 3 for the Eagles.
3rd and 3 for the Eagles. It's a big 3rd down. 3 minutes left in the quarter. They need to convert this 3rd down to keep the drive alive.
Ball completed, number 14, Chris Smith. It's good for a Englewood 1st and 10.
So number 14, Chris Smith, brings in the ball and gets the 1st down. Comes up hobbling a little bit, but gets the 1st down nonetheless. That keeps the drive alive for the Eagles, something they desperately needed. So it's 1st and 10 now from their own 42.
This is sacked on the play.
A big sack for the Rage, dropping him for a pretty big loss. A loss of 7, making it 2nd and long. And just when you think the Eagles are starting to gain a little traction, that sack sets them way back. Shotgun formation for the Eagles.
out by Charles Jackson. He recovered his own fumble, but taken down inside the 30-yard line. It'll be 3rd and long for the Eagles.
Boy, he lost the fumble and recovered it on his own, luckily, but still lost more yardage. They're backed up all the way to their own 29 now. As it's 3rd and a mile.
And that's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score, Steel City Rage 28, the Englewood Eagles 12.
And that's the end of the 3rd. So we're going to take a quick break. Stick around for more CFC action for the 4th quarter. This is CFC football, produced by Steve Weed Media, powered by Steve Weed Productions. We're back live here from Pueblo. 4th quarter just starting for anybody just joining us. Stoppage of play. Let's see what they call.
It is 3rd and 23 for the Eagles.
Not sure what the stoppage is for, but we're resumed.
This pass is intended for number 23. Charles Jackson is incomplete. It'll bring up a 4th and 23 for the Eagles.
Looks like an injury over on the Eagles as one of their coaches ran over to get the trainer from the Steel City Rage. As the Eagles are about to punt from their own 30-yard line.
Daniel Wise, number 21, Will Strickland, back for the Rage.
Oh, and they fake it.
Number 21, Duran Richardson takes the ball short of the line of scrimmage. Short of first down, it'll be Rage football, 1st and 10.
First attempt for the Rage now after that failed 4th down conversion. They're going to have really good field position. They're going to be at the 35-yard line of the Englewood Eagles.
Intended for number 81. Isaac Davidson is incomplete. It'll bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 35.
Well, Steel City Rage essentially just had a touchdown, literally in the hands of their receiver, and he just bobbled it and dropped it. That was a beautiful pass from quarterback number 11. Hit him right square in the hands, right in stride. It was perfect. No excuses there. That should have been 6 for the team, but they're back at it for 2nd and 10 from the 35 of the Englewood Eagles, right where they started the drive.
Richard's pass intended for number 16, Steve Sankey, is incomplete. It'll bring up a 3rd and 10.
And that pass was almost picked as 3rd and 10 is looming. And the Englewood Eagles could get lucky and get the ball back real quick with not much time off the clock. Big stop here could be the beginning of their comeback run.
Englewood takes the ball down to the 15.
Boy, and they ruled number 7 down after the ball got ripped out.
Down to the 15-yard line, good for a Rage, 1st down.
Nice run by number 7, minus the fumble at the end, which, didn't count as a fumble, but he got the Rage down to the 16-yard line. Good for a 1st. As the Rage are now in the red zone.
Complete to number 7, Chrissy Kindred. He tackled for a loss on the play.
Boy, nowhere to go for him on that play.
That'll bring up a 3rd and long for the Rage.
This little bubble screen play was sniffed right out by the Eagles D. And stopped for a pretty big loss. Bring up 2nd and long. This is CFC Football, produced by Steve Weed Media, powered by Steve Weed Productions out of Watertown, New York. You can find us online at www.steveweedmedia.com. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Steve Weed Media.
Richard's pass intended for number 13, Daniel Wise, is incomplete. Bring up a 4th and 17 for the Rage.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and long situation for the Steel City Rage. 3rd and 17. If they convert, though, they will be almost to the goal line, around the 6 or 5 yard line. So that's where they need to get for the 1st.
Flag on the play. 5-yard against the Rage. 5-yard penalty will make it 4th.
Five-yard penalty backs him up. Gonna make it 3rd and 22.
Intended for number 85, Charles Jones, is incomplete. Flag on the play. Personal foul roughing the passer against the Eagles. 15-yard penalty and an automatic 1st and 10 for the Rays.
Oh boy, a huge break for the Steel City Rage. And man, they had just stopped him on that 3rd down conversion, either looking at a 4th down attempt or a punt, maybe a long field goal. But now they get 1st down, 15 yards, and they're in the red zone just like that. So what looked like a great stop has turned into a red zone situation for the Englewood Eagles. And they can't really afford another touchdown with only 11 minutes left in the game.
Ball be placed at the 14-yard line, 1st and 10, Rays. It is sacked by number 90, Anthony Owen. Ball be placed at the 28-yard line, 2nd and long for the Rays.
With a huge sack, they pretty much get back all the yardage that they had just given up on the penalty. Backing the Rage up to the 28-yard line. That's going to make it a 2nd and long for the Steel City Rage.
Pass is intended for number 7, Quincy Kindred, is incomplete. It'll bring up a 3rd and 21, Steel City.
Boy, and that could have turned into something real bad for the Steel City Rage if that had been a fumble. He didn't have possession, so it was ruled incomplete. So it's going to be 3rd and a mile for the Steel City Rage.
Pass is complete to number 13, Daniel Wise, inside the 15-yard line. Make it a 4th and 9 at the 14. Flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Going to wait for the call from the white hat. Some extracurricular activity happening. Nine minutes left in the ball game. Time is slowly running out for the Englewood Eagles. They need to get the ball back and get a score in, and a 2-point conversion to even have a chance at this one. Steel City Rage, this is their 2nd year in the CFC, and their first year in the CFC, they were runner-up in the championship game.
5-yard penalty to make it a
So they are hungry to go back and redeem themselves this year. Talking to Coach James before the game, you could tell that he was real hungry to get back.
complete number 13, Daniel Wise for a Rage touchdown.
What an amazing pass and catch.
Flag on the play.
Oh, and there's a flag on the play. Let's see if this brings it back. That was an amazing pass and catch nonetheless, whether they bring it back or not. That was good for around 30 yards. Phenomenal pass. Better catch. And if this stands, this is going to put the game out of reach for the Englewood Eagles.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike penalty against the Eagles. The penalty assessed on the kickoff.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on number 55 of the Englewood Eagles. As the Steel City Rage go for their PAT attempt.
With the fumble, the point after is no good. With 8:32 left in the ball game, the Rage 34, Eagles 12. Once again, a thank you to
PAT is no good, and we've got an injured Eagle on the ground.
Traffic control.
We're going to take a quick break. Hopefully he's all right.
Thank you once again for all.
Stick with us. We'll be right back.
It helps make Rage football. Unsportsmanlike penalty, the ball will be placed at midfield for the kickoff. It's Greg Castro to kick off for the Rage.
So after that personal foul penalty, the Rage kick off from midfield. Steel City Rage sideline is pumped up after that body slam tackle. Not sure why he ran it out of the end zone on that. A touchback would have gotten him out to the 20-yard line. Instead, he ran it out to about the 6 or 7, where they will start their drive deep, deep, deep in their own territory. With 8:21 left on the clock, it's not looking good for the Englewood Eagles. They need a quick score and a couple stops and scores to get back in this one.
pass into number 14, Chris Smith, is incomplete and will bring up a 2nd and 10.
Pass attempt to number 14, Chris Smith, is incomplete. They'll bring up a 2nd and 10 from their own 7. Excuse me, their own 8. So with a 92 yards in between them and a touchdown score, they've got a long ways to go.
Number 23, Charles Jackson, brings the ball up to the 14-yard line. It is 3rd and 5 for Englewood.
That number 23 just got popped by one of the big boys in the front line of the Steel City Rage, and you know he felt that one. That brings up a 3rd and 5 for the Englewood Eagles, and they're beginning to look a little deflated, both on the field and on the sideline.
Number 14, Chris Smith, flag on the play.
That's going to be a penalty for a late hit. It was good for a 1st down, so it's just going to tack on more yardage to the end of that play. That's going to be good for 15 yards.
A unsportsmanlike penalty. That ball, personal foul, unnecessary roughness against the Rage. The result of the play and the penalty is a 1st and 10 for Englewood.
So that's going to give them 1st and 10 from their own 40. Decent field position now. See what they can do with it.
Intercepted by number 20, Brian Brown.
Brian Brown on the interception for the Steel City Rage. And that's going to all but do it for the Englewood Eagles this evening, as the clock is not going to provide enough time for them to even make the comeback that they would need to make. Just want to thank everyone again that tuned in to this broadcast of CFC football, produced by Steve Weed Media, powered by Steve Weed Productions. We really appreciate everyone that tunes in and all the feedback that we get online and all the chats and all the shares on Facebook. Thank you so much to everyone that gets involved.
Number 87, Sean Hoover. Working inside the 35, it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Rage.
Gain of 1 on that run, so it's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Rage, as winding down the clock becomes their main prerogative, as this one's in the books. Just got to run the clock out to make it official. Unbelievable. An amazing pass, an amazing catch. The Steel City Rage wide receiver core is deep. And their quarterback is dropping some dimes in there. In stride, exactly where it needs to be, over the shoulder catches. And that's got to be the 3rd one today. That was a 30-yard pass. And that's going to extend their lead to 40. with a PAT attempt to come.
20 straight Castro to attempt the point after.
Big win for the Steel City Rage, as they had just lost one a couple weeks ago. So in their playoff hunt, this was a big one, a must-win game. Kick is blocked.
The attempt is no good, but with 5:36 left in the game, Rage 40, Eagles 12.
5:36 left in the game. We're going to take a quick break. Stick with us for the last 5 minutes of this one. We'll be right back.
By number 34, Renelson Artelis. The ball over the 30-yard line will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Well, with the Eagles getting the ball back, this is all but a wrap. So they're gonna try to do something with it, but the way the game's been going, they haven't been able to get much going since the first half. They came out so strong, going up 9 on 2 different scores early, and haven't been able to do much since. 0 points in the second half. So they're going to try to save face and put up some points on the board.
The 34, Renelson Artelis takes the ball for a short gain, but a flag on the play. The procedure penalty against Englewood.
So it's a false start on the Eagles.
Penalty will result in a repeat of the down, 1st and 15.
It's going to make it 1st and 15 for the Eagles. Not ideal for their situation right now, but what they're dealing with nonetheless. So they're going to restart their drive from their own 28.
Matthias takes the ball up near the 35-yard line. Putting up a 2nd and 8 for Englewood. Another flag on the play.
It's going to be a personal foul penalty on this. There's a lot of jawing going on.
Unsportsmanlike penalty against the Eagles. And a 15-yard penalty, 2nd and long for Englewood.
Another 15 yards back, you can tell that the tension is becoming to be too much for the Eagles to take as their emotions are boiling over and spilling out onto the field with the jawing and the trash talking, catching them a 15-yard penalty. It's now 2nd and 42 with 4:16 left to play in the 4th quarter.
He's taken down outside the 20. Flag on the play, tackled by number 24, Mervyn Wofford.
At the end of that play, the quarterback kind of threw the ball and kind of spun it at the defender. That's a guaranteed personal foul call.
Against the Rage.
Oh, wow.
15-yard face mask penalty.
And they actually called a face mask on the play.
Eagles.
I could have sworn it was going to be a personal foul for the ball flip. So the Eagles get a break. And they're going to get the 15 yards back plus some. So they're going to be bumped back up to their own 36. 1st and 10 with 3:50 left.
Devontae Mills, he's a short game for the Eagles.
It kind of looks like the Eagles are just content with running this one out.
At a 2nd and 9.
Because they have accumulated numerous injuries throughout this game. And they're all, and there's a flag on the field. And somebody's getting ejected.
An unsportsmanlike penalty against the Eagles, and also an unsportsmanlike penalty and an ejection.
So number 34 just got ejected, and the coaches are looking for an explanation here. Looks like we're going to get the call here in a second. As this 4th quarter just drags out with personal foul penalties and unsportsmanlike conducts. These emotions kind of boil over from a competitive game that just got away from the Eagles. So no explanation given, but the Eagles are backed up again, back to their own 26. So with less than 3 minutes remaining and on their own 26, it's not looking good for the Eagles. It's 2nd down. And they're going to take a timeout. We're going to take one with them. Stick around. The last 2 minutes of this game is going to be a good one.
featuring number 15, Lawrence Collins. And that's over the 30-yard line will bring up a 4th and long for the Eagles.
We got an injured Eagle on the sideline over there. Number 16 of the Eagles was shaken up, but he's back out on the field now to try to finish out this last 2:42.
Lands out of bounds at the 40-yard line will be Rage football, 1st and 10.
So the Englewood Eagles punt it to the 40-yard line of the Steel City Rage, where they will take over with 2:08 left. 2-minute warning will be popping up after the first play, most likely.
Video production, live streaming, and aerial videography needs, contact Steve Reed Media today.
Thank you. I'll take it. Wow, and there's a highlight.
A flag on the play.
Unbelievable hurdle. There have been some fantastic moves in this game. A spin move for a touchdown earlier, and now a hurdle. This one might come back. It is.
A legal block against the Rage.
So that one comes back.
Legal block against the
Legal block in
Rage.
the back. So the Eagles catch a late game break.
The Rage football, 1st and 10 from the 30.
And there's more flags.
On the play. The dead ball personal foul against the Rage.
And number 24 from the Steel City Rage has been ejected.
From the game.
So this game is unraveling quick for both sides, as the penalties and unsportsmanlike conducts and the personal fouls just continue. And it looks like they're just going to kneel this one out.
A timeout
And the Eagles take a timeout.
for Englewood.
And they're just dragging this out. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. So after kneeling it last play, it looks like they're going to actually run a play this time, a pass play. So that's going to stop the clock with 51 seconds left. Unsure about the play call there when you kneel it on first down. Why you'd throw the ball on second with a 38-point lead, or excuse me, a 28-point lead. It looks like they're going to run another play. Well, 5 seconds left. This is going to be the last play of the game, run by the Englewood Eagles.
You take all your trash with you. Cyclone Stadium crew would really appreciate if you make sure you leave Cyclone Stadium cleaner than when you first got here. And the concession is still open for those who need a late snack or a Coke on the go to keep you awake on your drive home. And a reminder, the next home game here at Cyclone Stadium will be July the 8th versus the Colorado Springs Flames.
So this is a big win for the Steel City Rage. It was a must-win game, and they won in big-time fashion, 40-12. There was a host of personal fouls, a couple ejections. This was a wild one here from Pueblo West High School. And this will be it. And that's going to be it for us here at Pueblo West.
Final score, the Steel City Rage 40, the Englewood Eagles 12. Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out and supporting Rage football. Again, please take any and all trash that you brought.
So our next
And what
game,
the heck? Take any- We
our
hope
next
to see you
game is
again
going to
in
be
our last
July
regular
8th.
season game, Saturday, July 8th, versus the Colorado Springs Flames. Thank you once again for supporting Rage football.
So our next game is going to be July 8th from Shea Stadium
Return from Steve Weed Media.
in Denver, Colorado area, which is going to be the Northern Colorado Nightmare versus the Metro State Roadrunners. Tune in.
Video production, live streaming, and aerial videography, please contact Steve Weed Media. SteveWeedMedia.com. Again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your support.
And that's going to do it for us here. Thank you to everyone who tuned in and who watched, and all the people that responded to the Facebook statuses, the Facebook chat, the live stream chat, any of the social media websites that we run. You can find us at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Steve Weed Media, and you can email. If you want to sponsor, you can email steve@steveweedmedia.com. Thanks again, and have a great night.